watching. Okay. I'm not going to be able to talk back to you, but I'm in the car, and I just had this kind of thought, and I didn't want to lose it. Oh my gosh, people in front of me are going really slow. So you might just see my dashboard. So sorry if there's no visually appealing stuff to watch, and hopefully you can hear me over the driving. But I was talking about yoga a little bit ago, and I noticed when I talk about yoga, a really common question that I get is, are you a certified instructor? And usually, I tell everyone, no, I'm not currently certified yet, but I do want to be. I worry that you're not going to be able to hear me. Okay. I think you might be able to hear me here. So I do want to get certified to teach yoga. However, I want to know really what makes you think what makes a good teacher, because since I'm driving, this came to my mind, and that's why I wanted to jump on here really quick and kind of say this. I've always taught best while learning. Literally since I was a child. So I remember in gymnastics as a kid, I would learn how to do something, and if I figured it out and my friend next to me couldn't figure it out, then I would help teach them by explaining how I learned. I did it when I was in 8th grade and was trying to join the dance team for high school. I remember I would learn the dance moves, and it was really hard for me because I hated to dance, but I wanted to learn how to, so I did. And the girl that was trying out with me from my school, which I really didn't like her, but I've always been a teacher at heart. She asked me, for help, and I taught her too. And so sometimes I wonder if we get so caught up on labels that we kind of forget what a teacher is, because I love that there are certifications out there to give you big hunks of information all at once, and I think that's amazing, and I absolutely intend to learn from a teacher training eventually whenever I have the funds. However, I think sometimes we shut ourselves out to other students who really we could learn a lot from. And here's my analogy. Oh, I should have tagged in my title that I was going to give you an analogy, because I love analogies. That's how I teach a lot. But, I didn't want to type too much while I was driving. So imagine you are going on a long journey, and there's a lot of ups and downs and twists and winds and forks in your road on your long journey. Do you think that you would learn how to get to the end of this journey more from somebody that has gotten to the end of the road and then looked back and tried writing down directions for you, telling you how to get there? Or do you think that you would trust the directions even more from somebody who started writing them down as they took each turn and as they chose each fork, and gave you notes on which ways that they made, the wrong turn, and what could happen if you made the wrong turn? I would say that I'm going to listen to the directions from somebody who was writing it down as they were going along that journey, because I feel like I could learn so much more from them rather than someone who is trying to teach just based on memory and experience, because they might forget those little tiny, curves in life. And so that's my analogy. And that's why I teach even as I'm learning. So by no means am I a yoga instructor certified style, but I definitely would consider myself a yoga teacher because I share my tips, tricks, shortcuts, and things to avoid for roadblocks in the yoga journey with those who are not quite as far as I am. So that was what I wanted to say, because I didn't want to forget that. And I'm curious about your answers. Hopefully you might have been typing some stuff in as I've been driving, because I didn't want to look at the screen. But I want to know, what do you think makes a good teacher? If you're watching the replay, tell me on Instagram. I'll post something later and you can reply. It's at box_edge. So yeah, things to think about. That's what makes me teach, because I want to help everyone get there without having to draw a map blindly. So if you're joining, you can find my roadmap at boxedge.org. All right.